It was the summer of 2010 when I walked out of the subway station at Union Square and crossed the street carrying my laptop. As I got closer to work, I looked up and spoke to God, but not in the usual way. God, please give me a raise. I spoke with complete conviction. God, please put an end to this. I cannot go on any longer. Coming from a severely dysfunctional family, I'd worked since I was a teenager to bring a sense of stability into my life. I'd fought to put myself through graduate school, to find a career I could stand pursuing, and to earn enough to be able to enjoy life. In the 2 years leading up to that summer, I had achieved that stability. I was living in the city and working at a thriving technology company. I was no longer afraid I'd be poor, but I was the unhappiest I'd ever been. I'd forgotten to ask myself what gave me meaning. I was a task creator and accomplisher. But once the tasks were over, then what? Did I like my job? No. Was I satisfied to come home and watch reality television? No. Did I want to get married and move to the suburbs to start a family? Never. Don't get me wrong. I was by no means boring. I had done the trekking and traveling, the reading, the snorkeling, the cooking, and the rest of the laundry list that folks put up on their dating profiles. I was a gerbil, running on my wheel. I felt disconnected from community, humanity, and everything that had previously given me joy, even simple things, like cooking Mexican food. I'd go back to my apartment after work and wonder why I was fighting so hard. I had ennui. The universe heard my complaints, and finally my call for help. For 2 years, it tried to put Mexican cooking back in my path again. But that did not excite me. I was resistant to the opiates of life. What did it do next? It could have provided me with the next big high, but the universe is aware. Instead, it summoned Lord Shiva, the destroyer. Shiva came as Nataraja the dancer. Nataraja did his elegant dance with serpents flowing out of his head and followed the rhythms of the sitar music of Ravi Shankar. And Nataraja knew where to strike. 2 months after my call for help, my bone marrow, an organ that creates lifeblood to give one energy, heal wounds, and protect against diseases, decided to stop working. I was diagnosed with myelodysplasia. The only possible cure was a bone marrow transplant. In the following months, I would no longer be able to travel, spin, or hike. Nausea would prevent me from cooking and eating. I would quit my job that I hated. I would lose all my hair and all my savings. Without a career, looks, money, energy, or appetite, you would think that I would have jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge. But the East River is smelly and polluted. Instead, I was forced to live day by day. I could not escape to Kilimanjaro or even the Italian restaurant down the street. For me, staring mortality in the face was nowhere near as scary as daily boredom. It was a cruel trick for the universe to play on a person complaining of ennui. It has been over a year since my diagnosis, and I am still awaiting a transplant. During this time, I've grown as a human being. I recognize daily my intimate connection with humanity, since I rely on donated blood for survival. My life can only be saved by stem cells from a stranger. I learned that patience is better than throwing mental tantrums. The universe doesn't revolve around your timetable. My disease and doctors have taught me never to jump to conclusions or make rash decisions. With patience came a new sense of understanding. That is my biggest lesson. I observe people online complaining, and I wonder what exciting event they're missing. I would rather strike up a conversation and make a friend. I watch people roll their eyes if the bus takes too long and wonder what they would do if they canceled the select bus service. I listen to people who advise me that sugar causes cancer and wonder what they would do if they were constantly hugging the toilet and sugar was the only nutrition they could tolerate. It is difficult to find a bone marrow match, but they found two perfect ones for me. The doctors are waiting for my body to be ready. Lord Shiva whispered to me as he danced away that I would have my chance at rebirth, but only if I really wanted it. They're preparing me for a transplant in 2012.